All doing good. This is my week 4 vlog of my 8 weekly vlogs for the last time of university. Hope you're all doing well during this time and not taking it too hard. So now, I'm not gonna make this vlog very long because last time it was 2 parts and it was really hard to upload it. So I'm gonna keep it nice and short, 10 to 15 minutes. And here we go. So this week we started part B, which was actually starting the magazine now, which is the magazine of the media pack that we made. So just to clarify, my magazine is called Avant-Garde, and it's a supplement of Nicotine magazine, a New York-based magazine, and for my magazine, it's going to be it's going to go more in depth on like really specific fashion topics, and it's going to be and it's also going to have like a fashion like travel guide within it to tell you like the best fashion cultures out there and which places give the best stories behind their fashion. So this week we learned how. So we're going in logical order, and we started with how to write a feature. So the feature is like the most important like detail and this article in your magazine because it shows the reader who you are as a brand, and really gives it shows the reader who you are as a brand or magazine. So it's really important to make it really stick to what your statement or mission is. So to write a main feature, it has to explore a topic. So it has to be sort of an essay, but it's sort of like a magazine essay. It goes quite into depth. It can be in depth of a brand or person. In my case, I did it in depth of like a more of a cultural fashion phenomenon than a brand or person. But you can do it whatever you want, depending on what magazine it is. So Vogue has an example of what to expect from Milan Fashion Week. Obviously, that's very fashion focused, which mine is as well, and it can vary from magazine to magazine. So in the research for your main feature, it has to be something new and exciting. Primary research is getting quotes. Quotes are key because it pulls in the reader and makes it much more interesting and shows that you know what you're actually talking about. Secondary research is like books and previous articles. So yeah, I did research a lot of articles online of my topic, which I'll talk about later on. And yeah, it's very important. It's meant to entertain, not inform. So within my writing, I try to make it as not like really happy, but sort of jokey at the same time, but not that jokey. Just so they're entertained, but not like too informed, but not too jokey, and not. I'm still taking this topic seriously, but not like the Financial Times have with their sort of main feature. So you can explore the answer within your main feature, but it will never really be fully answered because it's going to be left of like a sort of question mark of like, for example, what to expect from Milan Fashion Week. They're speculating of what's going to happen. They don't actually know, like they haven't seen the show's Vogue, so they're just speculating on what's going to happen. And the opening should be very grabbing. So maybe put in a very interesting quote or make a subtle joke at something or some interesting statement just to like pull in the reader. There's an interesting point I did write actually. It's like being a detective. So you really have to research your stuff because you want to get every point so your main feature sounds really professional. Yeah, just have to make it entertaining, not too serious, and just generally you just need to know your stuff. Research. That's the most important thing. So now I'm actually going to show you what I've done so far. So here's my main feature. Sorry, just need to move this over. So my question is very peculiar, but I sort of like it. Is offbeat state-of-the-art looks the future and evolution for fashion? So that means like, are those like out there or quite different sort of fashion looks and trends, such as wearing masks and like really baggy but different sort of ripped up baggy clothes like Yeezy and Marine Serre. Is that Are those sort of collections the future of fashion in the way we go forward? Which I thought was very relevant at the moment, because in it I talk about Marine Serre, how she created face masks for her collections, which now, it was just ironically, she was ahead of her time, because now everyone is wearing face masks. So I was wondering if like these offbeat sort of looks and collections are the evolution of for fashion, and looking at it now, I think it is, because they sort of protect us, like the mask and stuff and oversized clothes. They sort of protect us from the outside world, and because the normal clothes we're in were, as I said here, there's a quote I said, um, yeah, everyday wear is constructed format we have come too used to, which is very true. Not only is it boring, which is not really important detail, but I mean it is. It is practical, but it doesn't hold any relevance. Like it's not gonna protect me or anything, and it's not exciting. I want to see something in the future like Blade Runner or something, which I feel like brands like Rick Owens really represents the future of evolution. So the brands that I would say that are starting this evolution of fashion, of offbeat and state of the art looks, are Rick Owens, Comme des Garçons, Balenciaga, especially with Demna at Balenciaga, Marine Serre, and in some cases Yeezy, not all cases, but some. And also, who else? Gucci as well, just because their their clothing is creating a fluidity between genders as well, which can create, which can also help towards ethical means, because that means not as many clothes has to be made. So now less clothes can be made, which can be gender fluid and both genders can wear it, just like t-shirts and stuff, but more elevated pieces. But anyway, that's my main feature, which I've written 1.2 words, 1.2k words, and yeah, that's that. And then this is what my magazine is looking like at the moment. So, sorry, let me just get this. So yeah, we have to have two. I've put two ads in my magazine, so I've created this sort of Rick Owens advert, which I created myself. So I thought the outline of this figure looked really interesting when I brought it to the side. So I decided to keep it in advert as it fits with like sort of weird offbeat Rick Owens, but also fits with my magazine, which is very, with like, for example, with nicotine, it's very weird and strange, so I thought it was interesting. And then there's another one here of my own photography of myself, which I use as a Balenciaga advert, because I feel like Balenciaga is very nicotine and avant-garde sort of fashion, the weird and new. And then I have my editor's letter here, which I've done in this. Obviously, I've made this in the style of nicotine, but it's also my own supplement, so I have to keep it original as well. So this is my editor's letter. There's a little illustration of myself which I've done, which is cool. And I've started off with like the big words to draw people in. Ding dong, this is your 5 o'clock COVID-19 government update. And then I say, oh sorry, my head is getting messed up, because we're so like stuck in this time now where we're continuously watching the news, being informed by this time. And then after that I put, oh sorry, you're actually here to lose yourself in the world, because I want this magazine not just to inform them of what's happening in the world, but just to give them a setback of somewhere where they can go and read, so they don't have to continuously be in this world that might maybe like stressing them out or something. And yeah, so that's what I've done so far, and that's the editor's note as well, which I'll tell you when the whole magazine's finished. And what else? Except from that, I think that's it. Just looking at everything. And as I said, like, yeah, I think that's it for this week. I hope I hope you enjoyed the vlog. It's quite a short vlog, as I didn't want to like make it too big like last time, because then it's just not a vlog, it's just a mini short movie. But anyway, I I'm excited of the week ahead to come. I've already also planned, like, well, not planned it completely, but this is like what my magazine layout is going to be. I'm more of a visual sort of learner, so I drew it out, so it's easier for me to actually like visualize my magazine. I can do it on a computer, which I've done, but I find it better like this, and then I interpret this onto the computer. But anyway, that's it. I hope you all have a really good week, and whatever you're doing, if you're going to work, be careful. If you're staying at home, try and be creative. And until next week, bye.